I'm at the All-Star break in Season 2, and unlike Season 1, I've been selected for the three-point contest and the dunk contest. But here in the Rising Stars Challenge, I actually have Jackson Ellis on my team. So I set him a screen to see what he can do, and he blows the layup. It's amazing. But now let me talk about this free agency drama. First up is Carmelo Anthony. It's a little disappointing to see that his final two teams that he's really considering are the New York Knicks and the Los Angeles Lakers. Both of those teams right now are in no position to be immediate contenders. That's why it's so disappointing, because Carmelo said, I want to win, but his actions are not matching his words. The Chicago Bulls would have been a great fit for him, but they could only offer him around 70-something million, while the Lakers are going to offer him the max, 96 million. Obviously, the Knicks can go 129 million. But here's another thing that doesn't make sense about Carmelo Anthony. The Houston Rockets. If they're willing to offer Chris Bosh a max contract at 96 million, that means they were going to offer that to Carmelo Anthony. So why is he not considering the Houston Rockets, but he's considering the Lakers? The Rockets, they already have the foundation for a championship contender. They got Dwight Howard, who played great in the playoffs. Even though they got eliminated, he played great. He was scoring a lot in the post. He was even making his free throws. Defensively, he was protecting the rim. He had that big block at the end of the game where they got eliminated. Then, of course, James Harden. He's very consistent offensively. So I think it's weird that the Houston Rockets moved on from Carmelo because they know he's not interested. And if he really wanted to win, he should be interested because he's going to get paid and he's going to be on a contender. Now the Lakers, they have the Black Mamba. They have Kobe, but he's coming off of an injury. And if anybody in the league can come off an injury at his age, come back and still play at a high level, it would be Kobe Bryant. But even Kobe Bryant coming back playing at a high level is not going to be enough to really win a championship. They got a good rookie. They got Randall. Pau Gasol might come back. But that's not enough to beat the Spurs or to beat the Clippers or the Thunder, even the Mavericks or the Houston Rockets. Because if Carmelo's not going to the Rockets, maybe they land Chris Bosh or maybe even LeBron James, just by example. How are the Lakers going to compete against Dwight Howard, Chris Bosh, and James Harden? That team, I just don't see it happening. So it's really strange that Carmelo is not including the Houston Rockets. Obviously, his wife is an actor, La. She's in Hollywood. She's making movies. So if he goes to the Lakers, they already have a house out there. They live there in the summer. She can continue her acting career, which is all fine. But the Lakers are definitely not the best situation for Carmelo if he's serious about winning. It definitely wouldn't be this year, I don't think. I think they got to wait another year, maybe get some other free agents or maybe work some trades. Maybe next year they can go after Kevin Love or maybe Rondo or, there's a lot of possibilities. But if he's willing to wait a year, then why not just stay in New York and make even more money? Make that 30 extra million. Amari's contract will come off the books, and then the Knicks will be in a position to sign one of those free agents and improve their team. So let me know what you think about Carmelo Anthony and his free agency so far. Now let's talk about the Miami Heat and LeBron James. Rumors are flying everywhere that LeBron is headed back to his old team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. What a story that would be. But I don't think that's the best fit for LeBron James either. Because if LeBron James is going to leave the Heat, oh, look at that crossover. Get down to the ground, noob. If LeBron is going to leave the Heat, his best bet would be the Houston Rockets as well. Why would he leave the Heat to go play with the Cavs when he could leave the Heat to play with the Houston Rockets, to play with Dwight Howard, a real center, a center that can protect the rim, a center that would allow him to play power forward? Do you know how deadly that would be to have LeBron James playing power forward and then Dwight Howard is the center? Like that's matchup nightmare. Then of course you still have James Harden. That would be some cheese. And then, of course, if you think about LeBron on the Cavs, they've got a lot of young, good players. Kyrie's a great player, but that's not enough to win a championship either. What happens if they have to play the Houston Rockets and the Rockets have Dwight Howard and Chris Bosh and James Harden? How are they going to stop that team? How are they going to compete against the Spurs or the Mavericks or the Clippers with that young roster? I just don't see that happening. But really, the biggest thing for me is the fact that the Houston Rockets have not said that they're aiming for LeBron James. Because if LeBron was planning on leaving the Miami Heat, why wouldn't the Rockets go after LeBron? They were going after Melo, and LeBron is better than Melo, so why would they shift their attention to Chris Bosh? If you're going to pay max money, why not get LeBron James? Why get Chris Bosh? So that tells me that the Rockets don't believe LeBron is going to leave the Heat. So they're going to try to go after Chris Bosh because they're hoping that maybe they can lure Bosh away. So this free agency drama is crazy. Chris Bosh getting a max contract. If I was Chris Bosh, even though I'm a Heat fan, if I was Chris Bosh and I got that kind of contract, I'd be out of there. Because most NBA greats do not win 2 championships. He's already got 2 championships. He's still young, so why not make as much money as you can possibly make? And you're still in a winning situation. You still have the opportunity to win some more rings, and you might just do that away from LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, and you could show just how valuable you really are to a team, because Chris Bosh has done a great job of adapting his game. He used to be a power forward, but on the Miami Heat, he plays a lot of center. Then he expanded his jump shot to the three-point line. He's done everything he could to improve his game to make his team better. So imagine him in another situation doing whatever it takes to make himself better and his team better so that they can win. But for all these reasons, I don't think LeBron is going to leave, because another big thing that hints that he's staying is the fact that Dwayne Wade opted out of his contract, because Dwayne Wade is no longer the kind of player that can demand a max contract. Notice that in this free agency, no other teams are coming up to Wade and saying, hey, we're going to give you $96 million for 4 years. It's just not going to happen. So I feel like Dwayne Wade would have never opted out if he didn't believe that LeBron was going to stay, because that's a lot of money he's given up and he won't be able to get it back. And since the Heat just signed Danny Granger, why would they go after somebody like Granger if LeBron was leaving? Why offer the minimum instead of getting better players if the Heat are going to have that kind of cap room because LeBron leaves?
Great game tonight. How does it feel to come out here as a young player on such a big stage and really showcase your skills?
Felt good. You never know how things will go when you're playing with a bunch of new teammates, but I had a lot of fun out there with these guys. Too many people look at these games as boring exhibitions where nothing's at stake, but I thought it was important to play at a high level and show people what I'm capable of doing on the court. Hopefully everyone was able to see that.